"Can I kiss you?" he whispered sweetly, and I felt terror in my veins. I just nodded my head so my voice didn't tremble, and wondered if he could hear the nervous bass drum of my heart. We'd been flirting and laughing all night, all tingling touches on the arm and half-drunken smiles. But even though I promised myself I wouldn't get my hopes up again, I found myself secretly wondering what he'd be like, in my arms, in my bed, in my life. If maybe, just maybe, this was the beginning of what I'd been searching for so long. If maybe, just maybe, he could be the one. Would he be a good kisser? I wondered as I felt his strong hand in the small of my back, making me feel feminine and small. Or would he shove his tongue down my throat? I looked up into his eyes as he pulled me close, smelled the deep masculine scent of him, felt butterflies do gladiatorial combat in my stomach, hoped and prayed I wouldn't kiss him wrong and screw things up again. And then his lips were on mine, and the whole world went away. I felt myself relax and melt against him, so safe in his arms. Fireworks exploded in my mind. A wide, unfakeable smile spread across my face. And then, a moment or an eternity later, it was over, and we smiled at each other like lovesick teenagers, which would be a wonderful beginning to a love story. Except, instead of asking me for a second date, he sent me a text saying he just wasn't feeling the spark. And I never saw him or even heard from him again. That night, I lay alone in my bed, tossing and turning, feasting on ice cream and listening to myself cry, wondering how much longer I could keep dating like this, feeling angry at myself for letting it hurt this much, feeling worthless and unattractive, wondering what was wrong with me, wondering why every guy I dated ghosted on me after a few weeks, if it even got that far. While everywhere I looked, women who weren't as attractive as me or as smart as me all seemed to have boyfriends or husbands, wondering if I was meant to be single and miserable and alone forever. I lay there burying my face in my tear-stained pillow for hours thinking and making a decision. I thought about how I looked in the mirror, how men didn't stare the same way anymore, how even getting a first date with a man I'd actually want to be with was getting harder and harder. And in that moment, I knew I could do one of three things. 1, I could ignore that this ever happened, bury my head in the sand, pretend Steve was weird, get back on the endless dating treadmill, and damn myself to having my heart broken again and again. 2, I could be like my mom after her divorce and give up on men, become bitter and angry, and pretend I didn't want a man in my life, like it was my choice to be alone. Or I could make the choice I did. The choice to discover the truth about chemistry and spark and dating and what makes a man decide he truly wants to commit to you. The truth about what really happens in the mind of a man when you kiss him. And what makes him need you even if you aren't a model, even if you're overweight, even if you're not 22 anymore. I know I'm not. The completely irrational truth that leaves so many women lonely and sad instead of being loved by a man the way you deserve. The next morning, I fired up my laptop, excited about what I was going to learn. But quickly, I got frustrated, and then angry. All over the internet, all I found was a mix of half-baked advice about getting men to chase you, and ways to trap a man, and tricks to fool a guy into falling for you, when all I wanted was for a man to see me and love me for me. But then, late one night, I found him. This one so-called relationship expert named Michael Fiore, who I followed on Facebook and who so many women seemed to rave about as a miracle worker. He charged $500 for an hour of his time, which I never would have paid if I wasn't so desperate. I told him everything. What happened with Steve, and with Brian, and Tim, and every other relationship I'd had that fizzled to nothing before it got started. How lonely I was. How tired I was of playing this brutal game of dating. And after listening, he looked me in the eye through the computer screen with kindness and understanding in his eyes. And then he told me a secret about kissing and how I kiss, what kissing means to men, and how men secretly yearn to be kissed, not just that first time, but every time, that I realize now has sabotaged every relationship I've ever had. Cassidy, he said in a voice that sent shivers up my spine, What you have to understand is that a kiss is a conversation. Every time you kiss a man, you're communicating with him on a deep and primal animal level. The way you tilt your head, how you hold your body against his, what you do with your lips and tongue, all of it sends an unconscious message to the primitive part of a man. And no matter how much he likes you before you kiss, if you don't say the right thing to him to connect with his deep masculine desires, he will never, ever fall in love with you. And then he explained the 3 things a woman must say to a man with every kiss to make him fall in love and stay in love forever. First, your kiss needs to say, "You are safe," and use feminine softness to invite him to let down his shields and reveal the vulnerable part of himself to you. Because as long as he has his emotional armor on, it's impossible for him to open his heart to you. Second, your kiss must say, "You are powerful," and feed the part of his masculine soul that needs the adoration and respect of his woman. And third, your kiss needs to say, "I give myself to you because you have earned me," to make the testosterone thunder through his veins, to make him feel like you are his to protect and cherish. Say these 3 things to any man with your kiss, and he will fall in love with you, mind, body, and soul. And then, right there on Skype, as I furiously scribbled notes, he told me exactly how to do it. He told me exactly how to kiss a man to make him fall in love. I felt like a fool practicing the techniques he taught me on my hand in the bathroom, but it was worth it on my very next date when I used the primal passion kiss on a tall, handsome man named Jim. He had a look of shock on his face and begged me for a second date before the first was even over. Or when I used the kiss magnet method to let Chris know I wanted him to kiss me. And couldn't believe it when he practically crawled across the table to get to me and kissed me with so much passion I blushed bright red. My best friend Maggie asked me what I was doing to suddenly be so popular with such handsome, amazing men. She's married, but without even thinking, I told her about the mouth-to-mouth method. She called me at lunch the next day, thanking me and telling me Brad was looking at her in a way he hadn't in 9 years. And then things started to get out of hand. My notes from my call with Michael started getting passed around with all my friends. And again, women told me this was what they had been looking for. Story after story of women finding the man of their dreams, reawakening the romance in their marriage, getting their boyfriends to move to the next level. All without begging or arguing or playing tricks of any kind. All by learning to kiss in this almost magical way. Eventually, I called Michael. Apologized for what I'd done by sharing his work, and after thinking of all the pain I was in for so long, and how many other women were suffering just like I had been, women who could never afford to pay $500 for an hour of his time, I begged him to share these secrets with the world, which brings us to now, and brings us to you learning how to kiss a man to make him fall in love, or fall back in love too. See, right now, you're about to open a door that's been closed to women for so long, and walking through that door will give you an astonishing power. The power to stir a man's most primal emotions without saying a word. The power to never have to settle for a man again. The power to be adored and even worshipped as a woman because of the way you and only you can make him feel. So, are you ready to feel what it's like to be the only one for him, whether you've just met him or he's been yours without really seeming like it for years? Are you ready to be chased and pursued by a man who will stop at nothing to hold you in his arms again? Who ignores all other women because he only wants you? Who begs for a serious relationship, deeper, more committed, and more passionate than anything you could imagine? Are you ready to be his romantic obsession and to have the power to make any man fall for you with just one magical kiss? Are you ready to have the player who swears again and again that he doesn't want anything serious, suddenly begging you to be his girlfriend? If you're still watching this video and feeling that desire grow in your heart, it means the answer is yes, yes, yes. And if this video is still online, it means you still have an incredible opportunity to learn these powerful secrets before Michael takes them offline forever. In How to Kiss a Man to Make Him Fall in Love, you'll discover the 8 simple steps of a man-melting kiss. How to pause the world so kissing you suddenly becomes the single most important thing in his life. How to demand his absolute presence and attention so he doesn't even glance at his phone. How to pull him to you like a tractor beam. Create stunning electricity the moment his lips graze yours. Feel his absolute surrender to his overwhelming passion for you, and leave him stunned, satisfied, and desperate for more, while making him feel 10 feet tall as he suddenly discovers a depth of emotion inside himself he simply never knew was there until you woke it up for him. Next, you'll learn the secret reason we kiss with our eyes closed, what an open-eyed kiss says about how a man truly feels about you, and how to use kissing meditation to force any man's eyes to close almost against his will so the whole world fades away and all he can think about is you and the incredible way you make him feel. You'll also discover the monogamy kiss method, and exactly how to kiss your man before he goes off on a trip, or you're not going to see him for a few days, so the idea of even looking at another woman makes him feel nauseous and ill. The secret of kissing empathy, how to listen to a man's most secret heart without him saying a word, and how to know exactly how he really feels about you without ever having to ask. Why men are so nervous about kissing you, the secret anxiety script every man has in his head about going for that first kiss, and the subtle, silent kiss magnet method that draws a man irresistibly to your lips while believing deep in his soul the whole thing is his and only his idea. If you've ever desperately wanted a man to kiss you, but he just wouldn't take the hint, this one method will change your life forever. The spark test, and how to know exactly how good a man is in bed simply by running your tongue along the edge of his lower lip. Why the way you're kissing now has accidentally convinced man after man that you don't like him, and how to infuse every kiss you have with every ounce of the feminine vulnerability men crave deep in their bones. How to create movie star kiss moments. Warning, do this right and he might... Warning. Do this right, and he may find himself wanting to kiss you even more than he wants to have sex. Remember in high school when you could kiss and make out for hours and keep his attention the entire time without even trying? Michael will teach you the high school makeout method you can use to make him get more pleasure just from kissing you than he does from having sex with any other woman he's ever met. Plus, this sneaky technique will subtly turn back the clock so he feels that same intense, overwhelming desire for you he did the very first day you met, even if you've been together for weeks, months, or even years. The time-out kiss that cuts through his emotional shield stops even the most vicious fights in their tracks and turns all his anger into overwhelming passion and desire for you. Sick of first dates that never turn into second dates? You'll discover the 5 important rules of a first kiss that will have him seeing you as the one, even if he's not looking for anything serious now. Plus, I can't wait for you to feel the power humming through your veins when you realize how this simple method puts you in the dating driver's seat and gives you absolute control over who you see again. You'll learn why a kiss is a conversation and how to learn the secret vocabulary of kissing, to say anything you want to a man without uttering a word. Even better, you'll learn how to listen with your mouth so you can discover the deep, emotional messages he's been trying to tell you every time you've kissed in the past, but you just didn't know how to hear. Do you feel like men always kiss you the way they want to kiss you without thinking? Michael will show you a simple 5-step trick to slow down even the most eager man so he suddenly finds himself savoring every moment with you, drinking in your passion and femininity, bending over backwards to give you every intimate, connected moment you yearn for. Why married people kisses kill relationships. The insidious kissing habit 99 couples out of 100 automatically fall into. And a simple 3-word phrase you can say to stop any man dead in his tracks, no matter how much of a rush he's in. Take you into his arms and kiss you like a princess so your toes curl and your heart soars. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. I barely have time to tell you about so many of the astonishing techniques in how to kiss a man to make him fall in love. Techniques like the primal passion kiss, and how to wake up the ravenous sexual beast in any man so he'd crawl across broken glass just to taste you. You won't truly know what it's like to be desired by a man until you use this technique for the first time. Warning, only use this kiss when you have time and space to be properly ravished by your man. When you do it right, he won't be able to help himself but rip your clothes off and make love to you right then and there. The lip tease, and how to wake up every nerve in his body with nothing but the very tip of your tongue. Even better, you can do this in public. You haven't lived until you've had your man convulsing with need with nothing but a seemingly innocent kiss. The mouth-to-mouth method. And how to share your breath with a man so he forgets where you stop and he begins. This method might seem weird at first, but the feeling of connection you'll experience as you breathe as one will astound you. The eyelid kiss, and how to make a man feel truly loved, seen, and understood in seconds, so all his pain and anger fades away, and all he can feel is appreciation that he has such an amazing woman in his life. The mere universe kiss, and why tilting your head the wrong way can make him feel like he's seeing, feeling, and tasting you for the very first time. And much, much more than I have time to list out here. Okay, can you feel that? Your heart beating, the dryness in your mouth, that incredible desire to know this, to be able to do this, to have this power, to make any man you choose obsessed with you with nothing but a simple kiss? To finally be able to get out of dating hell whenever you want? Let me ask you, how much is it worth to have this at your fingertips, right there on your phone whenever you want it? How much is it worth to always have it be your choice if there's a second date instead of waiting by the phone hoping he'll text? How much is it worth to have him sitting at his desk, staring off into space, yearning to touch you, feel you, taste you again? Like I said, I paid Michael $500 to learn these secrets and feel like I got an amazing deal doing so. But how much is it worth to you? I don't want to bring you down here, but so many lonely women spend every day in absolute misery because they don't understand men. They spend hours swiping on Tinder, hanging out at depressing bars, hiring dating coaches and matchmaking services, buying fancy dresses, spending hundreds or even thousands of dollars on stuff men frankly just don't care about. Or who drag their boyfriends or husbands to couples counseling, which costs thousands of dollars and does absolutely nothing to give you the attention and connection and pleasure you deserve. So think about that for a second. And then ask yourself one very simple question. What do you think would be a fair price to learn how to kiss a man with so much honesty, so much tenderness, and so much passion that he becomes obsessed with you? I wouldn't expect you to pay $500 like I did for Michael's time. But if you're being completely honest with yourself, I bet you'd say $297 or even more would be totally and completely fair to feel that confidence, to feel that power, to never have to wonder again how he felt about you. Because you can feel the passion and desire and love emanating off him like heat from a stove. I mean, $297 is a lot of money, but considering this is a power you'll carry with you for the rest of your life and will change the way men treat you forever. Well, when you look at it that way, it sounds pretty cheap, doesn't it? But you know what? I get it. I know that even when you want something so much and know it's a once-in-a-lifetime deal, as a woman who spent so much of your life giving and giving and giving to others, sometimes it feels impossible to be selfish and give yourself what you so desperately need. Which is why I flat out begged Michael to let me offer you how to kiss a man to make him fall in love at a discounted price you simply aren't going to believe. We've already agreed that How to Kiss a Man to Make Him Fall in Love is worth at least $297. But after begging and pleading with Michael, he's agreed to test out offering you How to Kiss a Man to Make Him Fall in Love at a tiny fraction of that price. Which means, if you act right now, you won't pay $297. You won't pay $197, though I think you'll agree that would be a total steal. You won't even pay $97. I've put myself on the line with Michael here. as long as this video is up, and Michael could demand I take it down at any moment. You'll get the complete How to Kiss a Man to Make Him Fall in Love program for the discounted price of just $37 immediate action discount. And all you have to do to secure this incredible discount is click the button below this video right now. That's the good news. The bad news is to lock in your discount, you have to act right now. Why? Because after working so hard on this program, sharing secrets he swore he would only share with his private high-end coaching clients, and hearing from the thousands of women who have already grabbed How to Kiss a Man to Make Him Fall in Love and gotten astonishing results with it, Michael feels like $37 is just way too cheap, and that to fulfill his mission to help as many women as possible, he may need to double or even triple the price to something more reasonable. If you're still seeing this video, it means he's still testing to find out if he can make the numbers work with your incredible discount. But he could change his mind at any time. So please, if you come back in a few hours or tomorrow and the price is higher, maybe much higher, please don't write me begging. If you pass up your one chance to lock in your discount now, there's simply nothing I can do for you. Oh, and just to take away every excuse your brain can come up with not to do this for yourself, Michael is going to back everything up with a frankly incredible 100% 60-day money-back guarantee. Here's how it works. Just enroll in How to Kiss a Man to Make Him Fall in Love right now. Use the material. It's so easy to use and as close to done for you as humanly possible. See for yourself how much fun and easy dating can actually be when you know this secret. If you don't think How to Kiss a Man to Make Him Fall in Love is worth at least double what you're paying today, just contact Michael's customer service at support@digitalromanceinc.com anytime in the next 60 days, and you'll get every dime back as fast as humanly possible. Which means you get to try out everything in How to Kiss a Man to Make Him Fall in Love and see if it works for you, basically for free. And all you have to do to take advantage of Michael's generosity is click the button right below this video now. Okay, if you're not convinced yet, if there's still a little voice in the back of your head that isn't quite sure, let me do one more thing to make this the easiest choice of your life. And to make sure you don't let fear of regret keep you from taking advantage of this wonderful offer. See, I want you to feel deep in your heart and deep in your soul that you're getting an incredible deal that you can be proud of. That's why I've got 3 very special presents for you, just for saying maybe to How to Kiss a Man to Make Him Fall in Love today. And these presents are yours forever, even if you decide the main program isn't for you and take advantage of Michael's no questions asked guarantee. First, you'll get the incredible Magnetic Lips program, where you'll learn simple, natural tricks to give you the softest, most inviting and kissable lips a man could ever dream of. Simple tricks you can do with nothing but a bit of makeup to have men fixated on the incredible sensuality of your lips and mouth. Your second present definitely answers the question that gives women the most anxiety when it comes to dating. It's called When to Sleep with a Man, and tells you specifically how fast or slow you should go with a man depending on what kind of relationship you want, and to make sure he never thinks of you as a slut. Your third present is something a bit shocking. In fact, I can't give this to everyone, but if you act right now, you'll get the Relationship Time Machine, a simple, almost hypnotic technique you can use with a man to instantly rewind his feelings for you so he feels as much passion and desire for you now as he did when you first met, even if that was years or decades ago. So let's add this all up, just so you can see for yourself what a great deal you're actually getting. With your special discount, you'll get the complete How to Kiss a Man to Make Him Fall in Love program for just $37. We already agreed that How to Kiss a Man to Make Him Fall in Love is worth at least $97 all by itself. So that's already a pretty great deal. But then, at no additional charge at all, you're also getting Magnetic Lips, When to Sleep with a Man, and the Relationship Time Machine. And each of those should probably sell for $97 or more all by themselves, too. If you were at the supermarket, that would all add up to $388. But using your special discount, which Michael could decide to stop offering at any time, you'll get everything for just $37. I don't know about you, but if I was at the store, swiped my membership card, and saw my bill for $400 worth of stuff plummet to less than $40, I'd feel like I won the lottery, or like there was some mistake. But no matter what, I'd rush to claim my discount before anyone tried to take it away. And all you have to do to claim your discount and take advantage of this amazing deal is click the big button right below this video right now. Then fill in your payment details using a credit card, debit card, or PayPal on the next page. Once you do, you'll get your special login credentials, so you can access How to Kiss a Man to Make Him Fall in Love on your phone, tablet, or computer anywhere you want, anytime you need it. Like when you're sweating in a panic before that first date with a potential Mr. Right and need this powerful information close at hand. Just click the button below this video right now. Pay your severely discounted enrollment fee. Go through the program. Learn the secrets of masculine sensuality to make him yours and only yours for as long as you want him. Use these tested and proven techniques. Feel what it's like to have him slow down and savor every kiss with you, clutching you hard against him because he's so desperate not to let you get away. Connecting and communicating with you in a way that sends shocks of delight through every cell of your body. Experience what it's like to be in control with men. To finally be the one deciding if you want to give him any more of your precious time, instead of glancing at your phone every 10 minutes for days wondering if he'll ever text you, if he'll ever ask to see you again, if the spark you felt was an illusion, if you did something wrong, if you'll be alone forever. Feel a level of real, natural confidence that fills your entire body. If you're anything like me or the thousands of other women who have used this program, you're going to be amazed at the change in your life and the change in you once you learn this. How every man you meet just looks at you differently, a profound curiosity flashing across his eyes. How confident men find themselves nervous and excited just to talk to you. How that hopeless ache in your heart fades to nothing as you see the abundance of smart, handsome, faithful men lining up to give all their attention to you without even really knowing why. If you're like most women, you're going to have a hard time wiping that goofy smile off your face, or keeping that joyous sparkle out of your eyes, or keeping your mouth shut when other women ask to know your secret that created such a change in you, seemingly overnight. Okay. It's time to take action. You might not know it, at least not consciously, but you're at an important crossroads in your life right now. And you really just have two very different options, leading to two very different lives. One, a life of romance, passion, connection, and fun, where you enjoy a serious, committed relationship with a man who truly loves and adores you. The other is just a continuation of the life you have now. So listen closely as I tell you what your two options are so you can make the right choice for you. Option 1 is to leave this page without enrolling in the program and to try to forget everything you've learned in this presentation. Go back to the life on the dating roller coaster where you pretend you're fine with being alone. I think you already know what will happen if you do this because you've felt it so many times before like I did. Gotten your hopes up, convinced yourself he might be the one, only to end up disappointed and lonely again, wondering what you did wrong, wondering why he pulled away when all you wanted was him to pull you so close and never let you go. I know you don't want that. I know you are so sick of feeling that, of pretending it doesn't bother you, of yearning for real connection, real love, real passion with a man who sees the real you and just wants more and more and more. Which is why I want you to take a second here and seriously consider taking road number 2. In a lot of ways, it's the easier road because all it takes on your part is deciding you love yourself enough to say yes right now. Simply click the button below this video, enter your payment information right now before life gets in the way, and claim your spot in the How to Kiss a Man to Make Him Fall in Love program. Get every single thing I've talked about in this video, and quite a few surprises I haven't even mentioned, but I can't wait for you to see. Learn how to communicate the depth of your soul to a man without even saying a word. How to draw him close so he craves your breath, craves your skin, craves you more deeply than he has any woman before in his entire life. More than he'll ever crave any woman again if he's foolish enough to ever let you go. Remember, with your 60-day guarantee, you're risking absolutely nothing. In fact, all of the risk is completely on Michael. And with your special discount, you're paying just a tiny fraction of the real value of the program. And I can't say this firmly enough. You'll pay your discounted enrollment fee today and will be locked in with access to the program for life without ever paying another dime. No fine print, no hidden charges. Let me leave you with one final and incredibly important lesson. Every day, Michael receives many, many emails asking, "Michael, how do I get a man to open up to me?" These women want the magic words to get a man to finally tell you the depth of what's in his heart. What he wants, what he feels, how he truly feels about you. But the sad news is, there are no magic words. As you already know, when it comes to emotions, men are bad at words. Heck, most men are awful at even knowing themselves how they really feel. But with How to Kiss a Man to Make Him Fall in Love, you'll have a tool most women will never have. The ability to truly communicate with a man on a deep, primal level without words. To create a direct connection between your heart and his. To read his every kiss as clearly as a book and know exactly who he is and who you are to him without ever having to ask. It's an incredible power to never feel shut out by the man you've given yourself to. And it's a power I want you to have for yourself. And all you have to do to get it is make a tiny, easy decision right now. Michael has already done all the work for you. He's opened the door to a whole new way of connecting on the deepest, most emotional level with men. A level that will leave even the most stoic, unemotional guy feeling vulnerable, open, and strong in a way he never thought possible. All you have to do is walk through that door. I hope you understand just how much the deck has been stacked in your favor, so you literally can't lose. Actually, there is one way you can lose. By letting doubt and cynicism get in the way of the love and passion you want so much, that you deserve so much. I've done everything I can to convince Michael to give you this opportunity, but only you can take that final step towards a happier and so much more connected relationship with men. To having any man you want addicted to you from the very first moment your lips touch his. Before we go, just imagine for a moment. Imagine yourself staring at his strong jaw, his stubble, his full lips. Imagine him gently holding your face in his hands and pulling you close, his beard just rough enough to know he's a man. Imagine the spark between you. Every nerve on fire, knowing he's feeling the same thing you are, or perhaps much, much more. And then, just click the button below. Relax and accept the help you need to finally have the passion and love and power you crave so deeply. I personally promise you'll be very happy you did. Because I'm so happy I did. I'm so happy I took a chance with Michael, used what he taught me, and got off the dating roller coaster for good. In fact, I have a nightmare sometimes. A nightmare where I didn't trust my gut and learn what Michael had to teach me. Where I'm still single and alone and completely clueless about what I was doing so very, very wrong. Whenever I have that nightmare, I wake up in a cold sweat, terrified I've gone back to that life. Then I look at my fiancé, Kevin, laying next to me, the third man I dated after learning these secrets, the last man I will ever date again. The man I use the techniques in How to Kiss a Man to Make Him Fall in Love with every day to keep him devoted, even addicted to me. And I smile, cuddle up to him, feel the steady thump of his heartbeat as he pulls me close, and go back to sleep more content and happy than I've ever been. I want you to feel that too. And you can. But only if you click the button below and enroll in How to Kiss a Man to Make Him Fall in Love right now before it's too late. My name is Cassidy Lyon, and I'm incredibly excited for you to join me in experiencing what happens when you apply How to Kiss a Man to Make Him Fall in Love in your life. I can't wait to hear about your success. Thank you for your time. Simply click the button below to secure your spot now.